Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today I'm joined by my buddy Phoenix and a burnt 73 Nova that was recently in a barn fire. And we're going to see if we can drive this thing back to the shop and live. That's the clause that makes for the episode. There we go. So everyone, welcome to the video. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing. Go ahead and hit the like button right now because this is going to be a good one. This is a 73 Chevy Nova with side pipes, keystones, and half of a barn dropped on it from a fire.
Surprisingly, as bad as this is, the inside looks pretty decent.
Yeah, the interior is not bad. As you can see, something over here caught fire and burnt this building we're currently standing in pretty badly. Unfortunately, the Nova was closest to the ignition source, so it got pretty toasty. As you can see when we come to this side, this is definitely the worst side of the car. The good thing is, though, that it like boiled all the Bondo off, so we can already see where all the repairs are.
Yeah.
And it's, despite looking this bad, not terrible. Especially for the price we paid, and now we have a 73 Nova. As you guys saw in the beginning, I have a picture of how this car used to look back in the day. And it was a straight up muscle car. It was badass. And it got parked in this barn many, many years ago and sat here until the fire. At which point Phoenix saw a Facebook post about the fire and saw the nose of this car in one of the shots. Lo and behold, a couple months later, here we are. Yeah, man, let's get this hood open. I know you're itching to see what's under here.
How bad is it?
It just keeps coming. So yeah, despite having keystones, big tires, and side pipes, this is an inline six car. And it does look like it might have got... No, it's not actually toasty in here. That's just the amount of oil that's on the side of the engine. That's not charcoal. Well, we'll need a battery terminal right away, so... two of them, actually. Here's a piece of cardboard that was in the battery tray, and that didn't burn, so that's a good sign.
The overflow tank survived?
Oh yeah, and that's plastic. So I think if those survive, we're good to go. It did, however, the fender got hot enough that it melted out of the bowl holes.
Yeah, fun fact, I've tried powder coating one of these before. Do not hold up to 400 degrees, so we know it was less than that.
Oh, yeah. That's a great point. There is all sorts of stuff all over this car. The grill has been melted out of it. That wiring harness there from light to light might have seen a little heat. The windshield is cracked right here from the heat. I'm sure these panels, if they weren't already, are wavy as hell now and will probably need replaced. To start off, it wasn't really a horribly solid car anyway, so... But it is a badass vintage 70s setup on this thing. I freaking love it. We only have two of the keystones unless they're in the trunk.
We have not opened that yet.
I happen to have a set of keys. See them. While you battle that, I'm going to take a look at the interior. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, you got that open right away. Would it be a spare? No keystones. Man, this car's
vintage 1973 ice scoop.
This car stinks, dude. Believe it or not. Is that a bucket of wood?
Man, this is worth 60 bucks, right?
Holy cow, yeah, talk about the ROI here. We already paid the car off. There's a box of wood.
Look at these homemade speaker boxes.
Oh my god. No keystones.
No keystones.
Maybe they're around the property somewhere. We'll have to ask. There's some sweet 70s carpet here on the center console. That's absolutely a custom rear seat, so I had some custom interior work done. Door panels don't really look warped or anything. The tint burnt off the window a little bit.
Don't touch the steering wheel.
Is it? Oh, it's classic Chevy goo. We'll get the D-germ out for that.
It's not melted, it's just
hazed.
It's hazed over.
What's that red
smoke.
button?
Looks like a clock, maybe.
Huh. So yeah, we definitely have our work cut out for us on this one. We have no idea if this motor turns over. We have no idea if the transmission works. We don't even know if it has a drive shaft or anything. Everything's been assumed up until this point, and this is honestly the second time we've ever seen the car.
Yep.
And the first time was more or less of a glance.
Oh, there is. I was going to say there is coolant in it.
There is? Did you check already?
In the jug, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell. There's a sight for sore eyes, a vibrant, clean color, and all this black abyss of charcoal and burnt stuff. So radiator's still good. Now, if only Phoenix could read.
Yep. It does say 73 here, so that matches.
Sweet.
Other than that, I don't know how to read any other thing. I do know, I think these two numbers here are your paint code for the car.
Is charcoal an option?
A52, I believe that's the interior trim.
Dude, when do you want to bet the color was burnt orange? How ironic would that be? Like, there's a chance that that is a burnt orange color code. Yeah. I don't know if that was an option, but...
No, it's red or orange or brown, one of the three.
Whatever it is, it's burnt now. Oh, dude.
Dude.
It
Oh,
spins.
yeah, it's all spin.
It spins great. Maybe too great. I don't know, we'll see.
Thinking just pour a little gas in there, throw a battery in it. I'll drive it home. I don't even need the tires aired up.
Yeah, let's go get some battery terminals, tires, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right, we got ourselves some tires. You can see they're sitting on top of our deck system, along with our Tang Tools portable toolkit. And while we were doing that, we snagged some battery terminals from the shop. So get those on, get a battery in this thing, and see what happens. Well, shit.
Drink beer.
That calls for a beer. It finally happened. My camera finally fell over and busted the back of the lens off. So, might be using my phone for a few bits here. All right, let's see if this thing spins over. This is an auto car, right?
Yep. Oh,
Okay.
I touched the steering wheel.
Oh no. Man, this thing stinks. All right.
Alright, there we go. Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, there you go, whatever you did. This might be the dead battery.
Yep.
Let me get this air cleaner off quick. What in the hell is this choke cable? That's some aftermarket stuff.
Here's the throttle that wasn't doing anything.
Is it froze down here? Oh, what in the hell?
Is that a kickdown cable?
I don't, maybe? Yeah, probably. Does it bolt to the exhaust manifold?
It does.
That's probably why she's stucco.
Oh yeah, this ain't moving at all.
Well, I'll get the PB blaster out.
Oh.
Oh.
Just
Fix. It kind of returns. I'm sure that won't be a problem for safety at all.
just do a burnout leaving
And going and driving and keep going and...
Hey, throttles have stuck on me before.
I know. I watched you about hit a cornfield at a 90 in a Monte Carlo. We'll switch batteries, get some lube on that throttle thingy, and we'll be back. All right, new battery. Let's see if she cranks.
All right.
Sounds like it's got compression on at least 2 cylinders.
It's gross.
Will the D-germ do it? Careful, we don't want to get all this nice crispy patina off. How gross is it? Oh, I meant the rag. Ooh, yeah, yum. That's not even from the fire.
I'm just gonna wrap this around the steering wheel, a couple zip ties, that'd be good enough.
Meanwhile, I've got some sandpaper. I'm going to be cleaning our points, as you can see. Get those suckers cleaned up, and we should potentially have spark. While I was cleaning the points, Phoenix was wondering if the side pipes are actually hooked up. And they are, but there's this piece of rope from this one.
They got the fender and door duct taped together. You got rope holding the mufflers on.
Is it actually duals or is it just one? I only see one pipe coming down from the manifold.
There's only one pipe on this side.
So,
oh yeah, it's not hooked up on that side.
So it's dual side pipes, but only the driver's side is hooked up. All right, go ahead and crank her over. I'm gonna watch the points and see if we got some sparks happening.
Crank it.
Yep. All right. don't know why the engine's like stuttering. I wonder if there's some sticky valves. I'll keep sanding on those and we'll be back when we get spark. All right, go ahead, sir. We had spark, but it stopped spinning. Was that you?
No.
Do it again. Uh-oh. Well, can't say I've seen this one before. We had a really free engine that's now a not free engine. Sticky valves. Well, the intake was sealed, so it could have been stuff getting into the cylinders. Let's roll it backwards by hand first. Does she move? We're gonna pop our plugs, get a ratchet on that crank, see if there's anything we need to address before trying to start this so we don't hurt it.
I was gonna say, it turned over so easy that if the valves are stuck, it could just be letting the compression go by, and that's why it's...
If they're getting sticky and now they're
just stuck and the piston's up against it.
Or something there, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. All right, damage control at this point. All right, we got our plugs out. Can't say I've ever really seen this before. They're all fuzzy. And it kind of looks like maybe they were really carbony and then that carbon rusted or got moisture on it. One thing we did think of being that this was a single side pipe over here, so close to the ground and so open, mice probably got in that and built a bunch of nests in that thing, and that moisture worked its way up into the engine through the exhaust or something.
If they got a little toasty.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they were running for their lives because everything was, you know, on fire. Judging by how greasy this motor is, I won't be surprised if we had some sticky valves. You know what? That looks immaculate inside.
Does look pretty decent.
I did not see that coming. Yeah, let's get that guy out of there so we can see what's what underneath. Why does the inside of this motor look so clean? And the outside is that gross. Maybe it leaked so bad the oil never even made it to there. It just went straight out.
Yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
Like, look at that versus that.
Springs are moving.
Yeah, nothing sticky.
I don't know, this one's kind of questionable right here.
I think he's also compressed. He might be on a lobe.
They're all moving.
Weird. There's no center bolt in the crank, so we can't really spin it back that way. So, hit the key again.
Maybe just touch it, see if it'll...
Yeah, let me get some PB on these valve springs, just to help them out. Keep tapping her. It's moving like an 1/8 inch, so eventually. Uh-oh. Now it has stopped. Weird.
It looks so clean in there.
I know, like the motor doesn't look bad at all.
And then it was spinning over fine, and we turned it over, you know, 2-3 times.
It sounded like something was kind of hitting when we were going, and then it just womp. So I can't say I've ever run into this. Phoenix is going to loosen that one valve that might be sticky. I did think of something. I have actually seen this happen before once. And it was not in a car that we were doing a revival on. It was on a motor I bought. The guy swore up and down that the engine spun over just a little bit ago. And when I got over there, it was seized. And what had happened was there was so much carbon buildup on the roof of the cylinders, on the cylinder head, that it sat outside through a few heat cycles of winter and summer, and all that carbon got loose and fell down onto the piston. When it did that, it didn't land in the perfect orientation, and as the motor spun over, it packed all that carbon against the cylinder head and got stuck. Judging by the amount of carbon on these plugs, there's a good chance that that might be what we're experiencing. What we literally might have to do is get this thing up, get under it, take the trans inspection plate off, pry on the flywheel, get it back, and then just like flood the cylinders with ATF to try to break up that carbon and shoot it out.
I did notice you open the blades on the carburetor. You can see a lot of carbon sitting on the bottom of those.
Is there?
As well, like loose carbon. So maybe the heat caused it to crack away.
That could very well be. That's what I was saying with the heat cycles of like that engine sitting through winter or this one sitting through a fire. It's a good chance that all that carbon let loose and it's getting sucked in or just repacking in the cylinders. I can see one of the pistons. It's pretty dirty. Well, let's get her in the air. Get her in the air, change the tires, put these ones under the new ones for even more clearance. One of those things.
It'll look good with those slots on it though.
Oh, it's an old tire. Goddamn. Oh no. It hit the quarter panel and it just went boop out of the way.
Does that spin? Does it come off?
Similar deal. All the rust had let loose. I think that's what we're fighting in the engine.
That'll get us home though. Oh yeah.
Slotties. Did you find a beer can?
Yeah.
Old son of a gun.
Fortunately, somebody already had the pleasure of drinking it.
There's a ceiling light fixture.
Oh, that's underglow from the 70s.
There's a ceiling light fixture melted into the mud flap here. Underglow from this. Here you are, sir. How's things looking down here?
Good. The floors are actually really solid. We got the trans cover off, and we're gonna see if we can turn this motor over backwards.
Sweet. Oh, hey.
It's moving.
It's moving.
There it went. It's free.
Sweet. Let me see if I can go spin it up front. Oh. Well, it's free right there. So let's get a bunch of trans fluid down those cylinders and try to flush out all that carbon.
You're measuring that out, right?
Yeah, it's about 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds worth. None of that millimeters crap. That's pretty much a quart in the motor now, so we're gonna let that sit. We'll rock it back and forth. See if we can spin it over and just triple homicide the side of the car and what would have been a wall if it was still here with trans fluid. Look at all the blisters of Bondo back here.
Oh, that's terrible. This looks like one of those cars, the movie with the hills have eyes, the people with all messed up faces living out in the mountains.
They should
be driving this.
They're spinning. Oh! Wait, did you hit the brakes?
Oh yeah, I am on the brakes.
They worked.
Really?
The brakes work.
Wow.
The steering wheel. Don't get that Chevy on you. Look at all the rust that came out when I was spinning it.
I don't know how this thing got so rusty with mud flaps the size of a made for a tractor.
Like, those are huge mud flaps. Hey man, my paint.
This will only take you half the time to restore. Half it's already fallen off.
Hell yeah.
Got them 215s on her.
Dude, there's duct tape holding the Bondo onto the car. Oh, never mind.
Well, that's holding the car to the car.
Holy crap. Yeah, look at there's a ½ inch of Bondo right there. This son of a bitch is rusty on the body. I don't know why the floor looks somewhat decent.
Well, what do you think? We got that trans fluid sitting in there for a while?
Yeah, it's probably in there far enough or long enough that we could wing it over and make an absolute huge mess. But there should be enough dust and dirt around to pick it all up. Let's do it. All right, you ready for some serious calamity?
Let's get rid of the juice.
It's gonna be juicy, that's for sure. All right, go for it.
Make it rain!
Oh. shit. Dude. I thought it was going to hit like the fender and the hood, which it did. It hit the top of that building.
I think she's free.
I think she's free. Holy shit. That's even bigger a mess than I was anticipating.
A little bit more rust proof on top of it.
Look at that though. It went straight that way. It was going for the moon.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's wing her over a little more and make sure we got it all out until all the misting stops, as well as the exploding. Hopefully it blew all that carbon out of the cylinders.
Hitting it.
Woo! Oh man, there's still a good bit in there. Our coil works. I can see it jumping. A really good spark. Man, what a greasy mess. Hey, we got a motor that spins over.
Oh, yeah.
Blew all that carbon clear out of the county. Let's throw some plugs back in it and hook our wires back up. Gassed on the carb, see what happens. Our distributor is fully hooked up. We know we got great spark. We saw that when we were cranking the trans fluid out. Fill this carb up. See if this thing will fire off and idle. Usually we mix a little oil in this gas, but I think there's already plenty of that in the top end that I'm not worried about it. So go ahead, sir. If she runs away, cut her. I am ready for the smoke show of a lifetime. Dude, it's already smoking. It's barely even firing off. It's coming out of the front of the exhaust. All right, it's like an old tractor coming back to life. And give it a bunch of fuel. Okay, try that. You know what? I bet our plugs are probably fouled. We probably didn't get nearly enough trans fluid out of those cylinders.
Yeah.
I only know one solution for that without pulling all the plugs.
Hold it wide open.
Lots of gas and full throttle. Go for it. Just thinking about it, I think. You get wide open. Come on, girl. Go wide open again. Just a little bit. I think I hear it popping on one. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. That cleared her out. Go ahead, man. Wide open? Yep. What changed? Wide open. Floor it. Come on. Come on. Try it again. Wide open. Come on. Go for it. Oh, that's a lot of smoke. She's getting there. I think it just needs to clear its throat, quite literally. Go ahead. Ready? Yep. You wide open? Yep. Go for it. Did we lose spark or something? Let's check it again. All right, crank. All right. Spark's good. Go ahead. Might need a little more cranking power. Let me get a booster pack on there. All right, booster pack's on. Let's see if that does anything. I think we're just flooded. Let's pull our plugs and take a look. So we pulled our plugs out. This is what we're seeing. Very wet, definitely flooded, versus dried off with some brake clean. So we're gonna pull all those out, shoot some raw gas in the cylinders, flush it out, try to get more of that oil burned out of there, put them all back in and try it again before we lose battery. All right, so we've got our cylinders full of gasoline. I've shoved a rag into the coil wire. I'm gonna cap that coil back off so that that doesn't spark, because the last thing we wanna do is catch this building on fire a second time.
I mean, just look how bad these are. Right? So this is the good side that I've worked on a little bit. And now that's the bad side.
Oh man, dude, those are so corroded. Holy crap. If only we knew someone who did powder coating and sandblasting so they could sandblast it.
Yeah, just brand new.
Yeah. Wherever would we find someone to do that?
I don't know.
Whoa! My ragged idea didn't work, did it?
No. I got a little excited there, I'm gonna admit. Me and fires do not go well.
Phoenix catches all of his cars on fire. He's like 3 for 3, so.
I was about ready to start sprinting to get the fire extinguisher. I think we need to take this block and just power wash that, but leave the rest of the car.
Yeah, next stop, the gunk manufacturer. We need 86 gallons of it to just... Our plugs are cleaned and back in. Our wires are back on, and we flushed out the cylinders with gas and then cranked it off camera until it stopped blowing clouds of vapor out. So cylinders should be dry. Let me give it a little. All right, go ahead. Go like half throttle. Go ahead. All right, we're out of battery. Damn it. Back to the shop, get another battery. All right, we've gone and picked up the only other battery I had at the shop. I'm gonna get this all hooked back up. In the meantime, Phoenix is putting new plugs in. We were able to find some at the shop. So we'll get those in there and we'll be good to go. Come on. What the hell? Is our starter going out? All right. Battery's full. Booster pack's full. Everything's full. So I gotta wonder if our starter's shot. All right. Back into town. So Phoenix is popping our starter off. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Now you should be able to.
Yeah, the starter solenoid cracked right in half when he took it apart, so that might have been part of it. We're gonna get that one off and then take it to his place to verify that we have a new one before we waste another trip to town for no reason. So this is why we're thinking that this thing has starter issues. Because I can take this, watch your face, Phoenix,
yep,
and really easily roll the motor back and forth, which a starter should be able to do that 50 times better than I can due to gear reduction and science and stuff. So most engines spin way faster than this, and I can't do that nearly that easily. So we're thinking that guy right there is junk. All right. 1,300 trips back and forth to town because we forgot bolts and this and that and supper and blah, blah, blah later. We have a different starter down there. We should be able to hit the key and see if this thing hopefully cranks faster, hopefully fires off. All of our wires are... Guess what I just saw?
I thought something looked funny when you put that on there last time.
I left the frickin' towel.
All because you didn't want to start a fire.
And still started a fire. I thought it was weird that it was like not...
It was like trying to start and then just...
Yeah, and then nothing ever happened again. I bet it fires right up now. All right, sir. Let's see it. Go ahead, sir. One more. Yep, wrong starter. It's missing by like 1.5 miles. All right, well, let's put the old starter back on now that we have the coil hooked up and see what happens.
Let me know how that goes. So not only Can you hold the body together with duct tape? You can hold the starter back together.
All right, let's get it in there, see if it works.
Back in.
All that for nothing. So as it turns out, duct tape does not fix stripped bolts. That stud was just spinning. We couldn't get it to tighten, so we had to swap the Vindex from the incorrect starter onto the correct old broken starter, which is no longer broken, but just weak. But we got spark now, so yeah, this is probably not gonna work. All right, booster pack, hook to alternate locations. Go ahead, see if that makes a little bit better. Go ahead. Yep, ow. I think that corroded terminal down there is
not helping the situation.
Yeah, I have another battery cable. Let's switch that positive out so we get all the crankage.
Sounds good. And make it so it's not 3 miles long.
Yes.
From like 2 feet.
Yeah, it's like 50-inch cord, and I have a 30. All right, we've cleaned the cap and rotor, verified the firing order, put a new positive cable on, cut and shortened the negative cable to give it a cleaner contact, put the booster pack on, battery's hooked up. This should be everything it has to crank. Let's see what it do. Yeah, you're good. Hit it. Open it up. Oh, let me move these again. Get a grip, goddammit. Go for it. Yes! Finally!
Fired. I shut it down because it wasn't backing off.
Throttling off?
I didn't want to absolutely.
Woo! Oh my god, what a battle that's been. Look at that.
Wow. I like how the only exhaust is coming out over here, but it actually...
It's coming out right here. You can see all the crap on the floor. It's the damn something. The booster pack cranked it where the battery cables still aren't happy, so maybe we can take the ground off and clean that up.
Old Krusty came through.
Yeah, we need a name for this that's based on like the fact that it's been on fire, like the Supernova or Old Mate Crispy or the Krusty Butt Nugget. I don't know. You guys let us know down in the comments, what should we name this? And more importantly, what the hell do we do with it? You've got a 327 sitting around in parts.
Forged internals, we could have some fun.
This could be slap a roll cage in and go drag racing. Go for it. Oh, back to no cranky McGee. Great. Let's clean that ground.
Let's see if we can get it to idle just for a little bit.
Well, you still think we can make it run yet. I'm just saying let's see if it'll crank beyond the speed of smell.
I will duct tape the flashlight to the hood if we gotta try this out.
Alright, let's pop the ground off and see if they'll do anything up here by cleaning this up. Alright, our ground's clean. I'm going to play with the positive side here while Phoenix is cranking to see if we can up our speeds. Go ahead, sir. Alright, hang on. Go wide open. Try it again. Excuse me. Alright. Cranking way better now. Yeah. Maybe it was that ground after all. Or maybe we finally got the booster pack on. Now the question is, why the hell isn't it running? Come on, you son of a bitch. Oh, what the hell? Why does it keep doing that? Okay, I think it's the positive. Let me see if I can get him on there better somehow. Try that.
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Try that.
Nothing.
All right, let's just get batteries charged up overnight, get a new starter, screw this thing. little dirty under there.
I don't think this shirt's gonna clean up.
I don't think so, dude. I go through clothing so damn fast. Oh, this is a sweaty, stinky, messy job.
Good thing I got those waterproof shoes on.
Wow, those are just as obliterated as mine. Them damn Vessies, bro. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a different camera lens, a real camera, and a starter. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for day 2 of the Burnt Nova revival. As you can potentially tell, I have a camera back. Woohoo! Mook was using her lens yesterday, so I couldn't steal it, but she's doing some office work today and shipping out shirts for all you guys with the lug nut promotions. Now that it's finally over, she can ship them. So thank you, Mook, for letting me borrow your lens. I promise I'll try not to break it. Like I mentioned, we have a new starter, right? Where is it? There. I'm gonna slide under the car, get that in. Battery should be all charged up. Hopefully, this thing lights off this morning without too much fight. All right, new starter's in. Let's see how she cranks. Oh shit, she wants to start already. Well, let's go get the fuel and see what happens. We got our fuel bottle filled up here. At the same time, I've hooked up the boat tank to the fuel pump. All right, let's see if this thing comes to life. Hell yes! What? What? Shit, yes. Oh my god, progress finally. It runs! And we get oil to a few of these too, so that's good. That's why the valve cover's off, if you don't remember. It's because we're trying to make sure that there's oil coming up top. Let's see if we can keep it running off the bottle. That's running off the carb. Yeah, that's actually like pumping fuel and working. Hell yeah, it's alive! And now this thing kicked our ass yesterday. I broke our camera. We got nothing done because we were driving all over the place getting stuff. And on top of it all, it was my 25th birthday yesterday. This is a good birthday present. Thanks, Chevy. You're a day late, though. Come on, do it again. Okay, you were idling. Or did you run off of what was in the bowls and the fuel pump doesn't actually work? That's probably the case. Seeing how nasty this carb is, another option is that the float is not functioning properly and it can't get past that needle and seat. So let's see if anything comes out of that fitting where I loosened it. I mean, kind of, but I don't know if that's from the pump. Yeah, there's pressure there. Pump's working. We just gotta get our needle and seat to behave. Oh shit, the accelerator pump works. Those old GM 1 barrels are pretty good. Want more fuel or less? More. A little lean right now. What is spooky down here? most stubborn inline six I've ever dealt with now runs. These poor people probably think their shed's on fire again. But let's talk a little bit of science. Why did that not start yesterday? Why did it start today? One main reason, but there could have been a couple of supplementary side reasons as well. The main one being piston speed. This motor's all old and worn out, and without enough piston speed up and down, it's not able to build dynamic compression, which is the actual real-life compression ratio as that piston travels up and down. And without enough dynamic compression, it doesn't have enough compression because it's all worn out, so it probably wasn't able to fire a mixture. Get that piston speed up, you pump it harder and faster, you get more air charge in, more dynamic compression, combustion. Engines are measured in static compression, which is like mathematically derived. You measure stuff and you're like, oh, that's your compression. But dynamic compression is what's actually happening in the engine. Dynamic compression is important when it comes to large camshafts, because even though your engine might have a 10-to-1 compression ratio, a large camshaft will have a larger valve overlap and bleed some compression off as the valves are opening and closing and the piston's already traveling, and your dynamic compression goes down. Another reason it might not have started yesterday but it fired right up today on top of the dynamic compression, which was the main problem because we weren't able to wing it over fast enough with the old starter, was maybe the fact that there was some shit getting caught in the valves, and overnight the ATF and whatever we had done to the cylinders broke it down, or the rings were able to free up overnight after having a little bit of heat put into them yesterday, and our dynamic compression was raised because of that. So yeah, if you ever have a motor that spins slow and doesn't want to fire off, clean every battery terminal and connection on the entire thing, and for the starter and the ground. Get a fresh battery, and if that doesn't do it, a fresh starter. Let's get a valve cover on this thing and start making our way towards the shop. Alright, valve cover's back on. I found a huge vacuum hose that I didn't have connected, so this should run a ton better now. Let's see how it do. Okay, that's actually really, really good. Wow. It's even fairly smooth. There's our running engine. Let's get this car back on the ground and see if we have a transmission. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to let it come up to temp, which it seemingly already has. And the thermostat works because it's flowing fluid. Damn. This motor's good. Out in the sunlight for the first time in, what, you guys said 30 years?
Yep.
Holy cow. No wonder it fought us so much. I thought it was more recent than that. She's rough, but might be worth, well, I don't know. We'll figure out what to do once we get out of here. One last step before we can leave this place is to clean up the area we work in. Make sure you always leave a place better than you found it. Okay, so we have the car running, we have the car driving, we miraculously have the car stopping. Although That brake master cylinder does feel kind of iffy. Brush that out of the way. I'm allergic to Chevys. That's one way to do that. However, before we can drive anywhere, we have to be able to see out of our windows, which might be a limiting factor. We'll see. I think on top of being burnt and crispy, these have a really dark tint. So even after these are clean, I might still get pulled over for not being able to see out of the windows. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Why is it so hot? You might call that good enough for the rears. Step one is just get the heavy shit off before we even waste any de-germ on it. I wish I had a razor blade right now. Oh, never mind. This is faster. What the hell? How does it do it? Takes it right off. Look at that. This is like soot and plastic that's been melted to it and all sorts of shit. De-germ don't care. Right off. Alright, our fuel line is rerouted, and now it goes down through between the frame and the body, out above the fake side pipe, through a hole in the door, out the speaker hole, and to the fuel can. Let's hit the road. Did you guys know that NOVA, as in the Chevy Nova, is actually an acronym? It stands for Nova, Omega, Ventura, and Apollo, which were all the 4 names of the GM brands of this car. The Chevy Nova, the Olds Omega, the Pontiac Ventura, and last but not least the Buick Apollo Nova, which hilariously in Spanish means no go. So these cars didn't sell very good in Mexico. Either way, let's see how they do in Iowa. By the way, I got some clarification. This used to have a split header that ran both side pipes, but the header broke, so they just stuck a regular one back on. Okay, here we go. Ooh, doggy. Speedometer might work. So long, people. Thank you. Oh, look at all this stuff flying off. Holy crap. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's dusty in here. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Please go close. This is a terrible idea. Thankfully, the sweat on my shirt should help filter some of the ash out of the air. Oh, I really should have swept that off first. Speedometer works. That's cool. So I got floor vents. Yep, they're open. Also, talking to the owners, I learned that this car was put together in '83 and driven through winters and stuff, which is why it got so rusty, and then parked in '89 or '91. So it's been off the road for 30 years, like we mentioned. And when it was parked, they put a bunch of cardboard all over the hood and whatnot to help preserve the car, which probably might have helped a little. I don't know. That's what all the duct tape was from. But one thing that definitely happened is it all caught on fire. Which one do you think I get pulled over for? No seatbelt, no tail marker lights, cracked windshield, no current registration, which on Iowa you have 31 days, so that's not actually illegal. Or am I going to get pulled over just for the fact that the cars are burnt crisp? Is that illegal? I don't know. Here's a road, let's take it. Oh, it's gravel. Good. We can burn down on a gravel road, no one cares. Oh good, we're careening towards a bridge and I can't see. This is a terrible idea. This is all for you guys. Yeehaw! Definitely need a different driveline in this car, or a big nasty turbo until this one pops, and then a different driveline. Oh, look at all the smoke. Oh sweet, we're gonna mess up the brand new yellow line. Now, generally, somewhere in here I would show you guys the odometer to prove that we're not faking anything, but I can't do that. Or idle's getting really low for some reason. There we go. Come on, little car. You can do it, little buddy. We're almost there. We've got a hell of an exhaust leak now, but either way, with no drama whatsoever, we've made it to the shop. Oh, and that's all it wrote. Just died. Good job, little Chevy. Good job. We'll start back up so I can move it for the outro. I really didn't want to, but it did.
This thing looks like a toad.
I literally never once thought of that, but that's the best description. What do you think, Mook?
Well, it's one of the more interesting cars you brought home.
Ain't that the truth? Oh yeah, it looks really bad here in the sunlight.
Yeah, you literally brought home the biggest toad that this planet has ever seen.
It's got warts all over.
Especially right here. It's interesting. That's all I have to say right now.
It drives pretty good. The brakes work, the trans works, the engine works. The suspension's pretty good.
That's good.
Don't go look at the rust on the other side.
We're gonna look.
Oh shit.
Wow. This thing smells like it's still on fire.
It might be. You never know. It kind of seemingly wants to return to that state often. So.
Classic.
Classic. Well, now what? I go for a margarita.
Don't have to tell me twice. I've been doing the accounting all day. I have named this the Toasty Toad.
Please no. All right.
Nope, it's the Toasty Toad. You heard it here first, folks. Yep, it do be.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the revival of the '73 Chevy Nova that's been melted to a crisp. This car sat for 30 years. We got it running and driving and drove it all the way home with honestly minimal drama. Well, besides the first day. There was a ton of drama the first day, but that second day went pretty well.
Good job, Kevy.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
If you guys like this, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment below what you think this car should be named. Hopefully not the Toasty Toad.
Toasty Toad!
Please no, I'm begging you. If you're in the area and you need any powder coating done, check out Phoenix's Powder Coating in Nevada, Iowa. Subscribe to Mook's channel, Junkyard Mook. We'll see you guys right here next week for another episode of Who Knows What, Who Knows Where on Junkyard Digs. Peace.
Bye. Let's get this Toasty Toad hopping on out of here.